What if I told you you could make your Go High Level AI voice agent speak with your own voice and it only takes minutes to set up? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to clone your own voice and use it to make calls, book appointments, and even sell fully automated.
Hey, Deacon, thanks for having me on. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to incorporate 11 Labs clone voices into your high-level voice AI so you can clone your own voice or use other voices inside of high level and make it totally custom to your needs. Let me share my screen with you real quick and I'll go through this step by step for you. All right, let's jump into this. So here we're going to click on My Voices, and here's where you add your custom voice. So you're going to click on here, and it's going to give you a little pop-up like this, and it's going to say, listen, I've used 1 of 10 because how it is right now, high level allows you to have 10 custom voices within the agency view, and you can go ahead and add this by the name or the voice ID. I'm going to jump over to my 11 Labs account. I'm going to show you how to do the voice clone, and I'm going to show you how to import other voices as well. It's very simple to do, and I'll tell you the ins and outs of it. Here is my 11 Labs account. These are some of the voices that I use. The top one happens to be my voice clone. Now, if you first of all, let's talk about this. You're going to have to be on, as far as your account goes, you're going to be on the creator account, which is $22 a month, which is not that bad. You get a professional voice clone with that. You get one, and then you also get regular voice clones. Now, what's the difference between a standard voice clone and the professional voice clone? The standard voice clone takes about a minute of recording, and it'll be so-so when you're done. It's not going to be ultra perfect. You know, it's going to be definitely like, not to your standard more than likely. If it's something quick, down and dirty, like if I'm using it for ringless voicemails or something like that, that's one thing. But if I'm using this for a voice agent, I'm going to go with the professional voice clone. Now, what is the professional voice clone? It takes around 2 hours of recording to clone your voice properly in 11 Labs. So we've provided that GPT that I've provided to you. We're going to put it in the comments. It has a script. The great part about this is when you do this professional voice clone, you do not have to do it all in one sitting. You could say, okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes at a time over a few days or maybe, a few hours, however much time you have. You can also upload audio from Zoom calls or whatever if you feel that it's energetic enough and sounds really like you want to sound. So you can have that option. Now, you say 2 hours, I can just knock 2 hours out. 2 hours of you talking at that high energy level is going to put a strain on you. So I would suggest breaking it down into 15-minute increments, take a break, 15 minutes, take a break. And what's going to happen is going to be like a clock. And once you get to 2 hours, it's going to be okay. And it's going to process. It takes about a half an hour to process, and then your voice will appear in the list just like this. And then what I can do, and you're listening to my voice right there. Okay, so now the next thing that you're going to do is this voice, if I just left it like that and my voice is in here, it's not going to be allowed into high level. High level is not allowing private voice clones into high level. You have to do one more step. And the step is, and believe it or not, I had to tell high level how to do this. So you're going to
Yeah,
go
I
in
bet.
here
I
and you're
bet.
going to hit, yeah, you're going to have to go in here and you're going to have to hit share voice. You're going to go here and you're going to say publish it to the voice library. Now, why do I want to publish my voice? Well, that means it's public, so other people can actually use your voice as well. So keep that in mind. And they're going to pay for it. So like right now, I'm getting royalties if anyone's using my voice. Believe it or not, people are using my voice and I just keep getting credit for that. And they're monetizing that. You're not going to retire on voice cloning money, but it's there. So anyway, this is toggled on. Once this is toggled on, then you can bring that into high level. So let me show you how to do that next. So any of these voices, these are standard voices that are in 11 Labs. You can do them in multiple languages, any multi-language or any language. So if you have something that is not in high level now, a particular language, all you're going to do is click the 3 dots and you're going to copy the voice ID. Same thing with my voice. I just copy the voice ID. Then I go back to high level, and then all I do is paste that voice ID right here. Mine's already pasted, so it won't paste now. And then hit import voice. And then once you hit import voice, it's going to be here just like any other voice in high level. So as I mentioned, you have 10 available. I've used one in this demo account, and that happens to be my voice. So I can click it. Give me a call back when available. And you can adjust that.
It actually
You can
sounds really
adjust that.
good. That
Yeah,
sounds
it
pretty
sounds good.
real.
You can tell. I use it for, I suggest that all your listeners have their own voice cloned because then you can use that same voice in HeyGen as an example. I use that for my avatar. So if you want to do a video of you and use your 11 Labs voice, it comes in handy. You can do other things with that. You can make voicemails in high level. So you can say, listen, I want my, when somebody rings my line in high level and they don't get me and I have a voicemail, you could type the voicemail in 11 Labs and then bring it into high level. Now, let's take a look at a few other things that are in this system that I think you would be pretty impressed with. This is the main prompt area. If you notice now, they've updated this. This used to be 2,000 words in the prompt area total. It's now 4,000. They've doubled that since level up. Okay, so that's pretty big deal. Just a tip for people that are building voice agents in high level. Let me talk a little bit about knowledge bases because this is the knowledge base page right here. What I would suggest is that you try not to use the knowledge base at all, if at all possible. Let me give you some context on that. I built around 2,500 voice agents in high level thus far, roughly. As out of those 2,500, I've used a knowledge base less than 10 times. And the reason for that, I try to stick as much of the data as I can into the main prompt area. And why do I do that? Because every time that you're using the knowledge base, it's like pulling an API, it's doing a connection externally and trying to search for that data. And that's when you're going to have those gaps or latency with the voice agent. You may have some sputtering. So I try to put everything into this prompt area. Now, what should be in this prompt area? Well, a couple of things. Number one, if it's commonly known, like this happens to be a med spa, if it's a common thing that's across every med spa in the US, you don't have to put it in the prompt. The AI already knows it. What needs to really be in these prompts is things that are specific to that business. For example, are you open Saturdays and Sundays? Maybe someone down the street isn't, but you are. So that needs to be in there. Do you require any paperwork prior to the appointment? Anything that's very specific to your business, is what needs to be in here. Some people like to put pricing on the voice agent. Some people don't. That's a custom call that each individual would have to make. When you're selling these voice agents, they're all semi-custom. There's nothing that you're going to snapshot and say they're going to deploy them to every single pest control company in one city. It's really not realistic. I can have a pest control company in West Palm Beach, Florida. That's where I'm located. And right down the street, I have another one, and their voice agents are totally different. One wants to give pricing on the call, the other one doesn't. One wants to book to a calendar, the other one doesn't. One's open Saturdays and Sundays, the other one doesn't do that. So every one of these are going to be semi-custom. Even if you use any of the templates that I have in the marketplace, they're free to use. They're going to require, it'll get you around 85% there. You're going to have to do about 15% of the work. But that's what I would suggest for anyone here getting started.
So if you like high-level voice agents and you really want to take it to the next level and really learn how to sell and really master these, I have a 30-day free trial link down below where when you sign up with that, not only do you get 30 days for free, you get access to all of my bonuses and you get to work and learn from me, the award-winning GHL wizard, on your high-level agency. So I'm talking an entire community you get access to and you can network in. I'm talking trainings on how to use high-level snapshots, how to get clients training, sales scripts, AI prompts, tons more snapshots, AI trainings, and pretty much every training and resource you could possibly need. Then on top of that, you get access to, at the time of this video, 7 live coaching calls per week. You can even hop on with me, ask me questions, and message me whenever you want up here. And you get to attend all these for free. And guys, these are with real agency owners that are selling high level and mastering it. So you're not just getting some random VAs, you're getting access to legit agency owners in here. I'm telling you, there's nothing like this. It is very powerful. It is amazing. And again, all of this, all of these calls, all of these trainings, this entire community is all free when you sign up with that 30-day free trial link down below. So check it out. Again, if you're a little skeptical, click the link down below, okay, and just see the testimonials we have. We're legit. We do a lot of stuff. And if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments down below so I can answer them personally. Guys, this is for everyone listening. This is really important. So if you go back up to the knowledge base, is there any time you want to use a knowledge base? Or is
Okay,
no, we
so if you
don't.
go here, let's talk about the knowledge bases. So let's talk about knowledge base. So let's put in here test, and that's the test knowledge base. Okay, here's your knowledge base choices. They've increased these. These are all different types of knowledge bases that you can do in high level. What I would suggest, if anybody is using a knowledge base and it needs to be done, I would suggest using the frequently asked questions knowledge base. Why? If you're going to use the web crawler, that means it's going to crawl your website. You could sit there and let it crawl one page or all your pages, okay? But this is normally the one that causes the most grief. And why does it? This is where I see people get into trouble because they've changed the prompt is different than what their website says. So the AI doesn't know what's the correct answer. So you have conflicting
Um,
information. Now, the most controllable one is the FAQ. So if I do FAQs, if I say, okay, I'm going to do FAQs, like if I go here, you're going to put in a question and an answer, and then you could do 75 questions and answers. These are very good because you can manipulate these at any given time. You can delete this question, you could update the answer, you can change the question, very controllable. So I would really suggest this be your first stop. Okay. Tables is very useful too. This is a new feature they've released. This is good for the people out there that need to do pricing and maybe they have a detailed pricing sheet. For example, I did a pizza delivery person and he only delivered to certain streets. He had different toppings with different prices. This is like using a Google sheet almost or an Excel spreadsheet as your database. And then you can upload files if you like as well. So you can upload like PDFs, different types of files. The rich text is basically you could type it and just type in or paste data in here and it'll pick it up. That's would be my second preference. So I would
and
like the FAQs and then the rich text.
so why, let me ask you this real quick, Mike, before we move on. What is the point then of the knowledge base? Is high level just a little bit behind the times, do you think? Because, or is it still necessary in some categories?
So
That's I
like when
didn't
I
know a
mentioned
lot.
that voice agent that I did for the National Electrical Code, I had the whole National Electrical Code in here in the knowledge base. So that wouldn't never fit in the prompt area. It just wouldn't. There's just not enough characters or words that would do that. So we basically what we did is we uploaded documents in the file upload section, PDFs of the whole National Electrical Code, and then the agent can reference that on the phone. That's what the knowledge base is for. If you can get away without the knowledge base, don't use it. Now, as far as them being behind the times, they made a major change recently when they partnered with they've I don't know if you guys know this, but they partnered with OpenAI and they've also partnered with Google. That's why you're seeing Gemini and you're seeing OpenAI now all throughout the platform. So they went to DeepSeek, they went to I'm sorry, they went to a Google product for the Gemini. I mean, for the knowledge base, they got rid of their old knowledge base provider. So now they're using the top AI for their knowledge base. It's like the number one. It was probably before it was probably number 10. So they've made remarkable steps as far as this goes. Uh, so that's the gist as far as the knowledge bases go. But that's the long and short of it. That's the tips and tricks there. All right. So that is where we are. So we're right here. And then back to this. This is the other portion where everyone struggles is these actions. This is the most important part of the entire system, in my opinion. This is where the magic actually happens. So the actions will allow you to do human transfer. It can trigger a workflow during the call, after the call, however you like it. Maybe it's going to send, paperwork if you're doing a doctor's office and you have to send paperwork for them to sign up or sign insurance paperwork. Send SMS during the call or after the call. It could be a pay link, it could be anything. Update contact fields. This is where we're grabbing data on the calls, okay? So I want to grab your first name, your last name, but it doesn't have to stop there. I've done them where it's grabbing, what service they require, where it's grabbing, any pertinent information. Maybe it's a warranty claim. We need to know what's the brand of your AC, what's the serial number of something. And what it does is it recognizes it through the voice and then populates the custom fields in high level. Then we've got appointment booking. I'll look at this and you have single calendar. And as I mentioned earlier, we now have multi-calendar. This was added yesterday. I've been working on this for quite some time, testing it. And you could pick all these different calendars, okay? If you're running demos, which I know a lot of you folks are running demos, I would suggest running all demos in its individual sub account. Don't run it in your main agency account, because every time somebody makes a phone call, it's going to create a bogus contact in your main agency account, which is not healthy for your main agency account. The other thing is if you're going to do any type of demos, you always have a fake booking calendar, so there's no conflict with real appointments. Okay. So I can sit there and I can say, listen, I'm going to click all of these, and I can book to all of these calendars. So the AI will know which calendar to book to. So if I say, hey, Declan is a barber and I want to see him, and I'm a barber, and when the AI says, oh, which barber do you want to see? I want to book an appointment with Michael, or I want to book an appointment with Declan, and it'll know the calendar to properly book to. It'll do 50 of those, and then if that fails, there's a backup calendar as well. So
Amazing.
that is that. The most important one that I think everyone struggles with is this update contact field. So you can see these are after the call or during the call. So this is when the call's going on. So this is going to be like an API call. If you don't need it during the call, if that data is not needed, always do it after the call. It'll stop hiccups, meaning, brief interruptions. So this one would be like, okay, email. I'm going to grab email here. Okay. And then which contact field do I want to go to? So I just type in, these are all in there, in default high level. So it's email. And then what do I want to do? I want to extract the email of the caller. All right. So I would do that. And then I can make it override it. So every time it's going to override it. And then here you're just going to give it examples. So mike@gmail.com. And then you can add another one. I like to do 4 examples for each of these. Okay. Now, let me tell you a little trick that I had to show high level recently is people like to sync these to Google, okay? And they want their appointment data to show up in the Google Calendar. So they want to know, hey, who made an appointment? Their name, their email, why are they making an appointment?
Yeah, yeah.
Most people were doing that after the call, but you can't do that because this data gets transmitted to the Google Calendar before they make right when they're making their appointment. So if you do it after the call, the appointment's already made. Every single time it'll appear as a blank inside your Google Calendar. So whatever data fields that you want to appear in your Google Calendar, it has to be during the call. So if I want the name of the person in my Google Calendar when I click on the appointment, you put it during the call. You want their email? Yes. I want the reason they have an appointment with me, or the reason they booked that appointment. I want that during the call. If I put this after the call, it'll be blank every time because the appointment's already done. So the calendar's already been booked. So it was not going to go back and then add that data later. So just keep that in mind. Okay. This is your little testing portal. So you can test the calls by making calls here. You get 10 minutes free. And then you could do, this will do it when you put the phone number, it'll dial you. And this one will actually do it on a web call. So you're going to activate your microphone and you could talk to the computer and do your web call. So those are just some features that are available. If by chance you ever have a problem, like you have to talk to high level and report something to support, something's not acting right. This is another question that I get asked a lot. That's why I'm covering it. You go into your dashboard, and then these are all different calls, okay? So you're gonna go here, and this is where you get your call ID. So this is the call that you had a glitch. Make sure you have call recording on if you're selling these to other agencies or you're using them in your own business until you get it stabilized. Because if you want to report any of these calls, they need to be recorded. You're going to copy the ID. You're going to send this ID in with your support ticket, and they can look up this exact call and determine what the problem is. Okay. So that is that. Let me see if I have this phone number. Yeah, I do. Let's dial this one, and you can hear my voice and tell me what you think.
Make sure it's turned up all the way, Mike, so we can hear it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Thank you for calling Forever Young. Are you calling to inquire about a specific med spa service, or would you like to book an appointment today?
I was just wondering, do you guys offer Botox? And then what's the side effects of Botox? I'm really not familiar with it. I was thinking about getting it for my wife for Christmas.
Yes, we do offer Botox as part of our facial rejuvenation services. It's great for reducing wrinkles and creating smoother, younger-looking skin. As for side effects, they're typically mild and temporary, like slight redness, swelling, or bruising at the injection site. Rarely there can be headaches or drooping in the treated area, but our specialists ensure it's done safely. Would you like to schedule a consultation to learn more and see if it's a good fit for your wife?
No, I think I'm going to speak with her and I'll give you a ring back.
That sounds like a great plan. Feel free to call us anytime when you're ready. Have a wonderful day and happy holidays to you and your wife.
Thank you. So that was that's right out of the box.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I seriously appreciate your viewership. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the comments down below. I will answer them personally. Also, if you are interested in high level, click the link down below and sign up for your 30 days. If you want access to all the bonuses I talked about but already have high level, there's another link to do that. So click that and check it out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a video at the end of this video that's going to be going over all of the AI voice agents, which is basically a full in-depth tutorial on how to build these from scratch so you can get the full unabridged tutorial. Because right now we're going over if you already have them, but some of you guys might not have that. But I also recommend if you do have that to watch this anyway, because it's just going to go so in-depth on the AI voice agent. So again, thank you for watching. Drop a comment if you have any questions. Check out the link down below and watch the video that pops up at the end of this one.